My camera broke. It just says system error. And my hair won't get out of my face. It's been a rough couple of days because of my steroid wean. We only wean 1 milligram at a time. But each time we do, it's just the bone pain and nerve pain and all kinds of pain. It's brutal. So I've really been trying to take it easy. Since it ticks my mast cells off so bad, just going down a little bit at a time. And later I also have to call and reschedule my MRI because it ended up being on the same exact day that my tube change was last week. But I hate talking on the phone. But my mom isn't going to do it for me. We've been practicing independence since I'm an adult and should be able to do these things myself if I am physically able. And we aren't sure how we're going to work the MRI because the continuous Benadryl pump is not MRI safe. So we've been discussing, I'm vlogging something.
I'm going back in.
So we've been discussing different possibilities on what we should do with that. The home health company gave us like a bunch of different extensions that we can connect one after another to hopefully be long enough to make the pump out of the door. But we're kind of hesitant to do that because my last sepsis incident was because a clave off of one of the extensions did fall off. So we're not sure if I should do that or just bolus and pray for the best. The issue with disconnecting is because even if I'm fine for the 45 minutes to an hour that it would take to be off the pump, that's fine. But as soon as I reconnect, my body has a fit and I go into a huge reaction. And that flares for weeks. So we're not sure what to do about that. And pardon all the extra racket if you can hear that because one of my neighbors is redoing a roof. They're a few houses down, but it's still kind of loud. I really would like to know what happened to my camera because it just said system error. Creeping around the corner.
This thing isn't on right.
Oh, the harness? My camera died in the middle of my spiel.
I think he wants to see the birds that are behind you. There was one hopping around on the ground.
A friend had given us this really cute garden stand that we planted some tomatoes in it. But it's in the shape of a cat. What are you afraid of? And my zucchini is growing. I got to pick one of those yesterday. And I made zucchini bread with it. My face was kind of red. Okay, well, Salino got his nursing letter in the mail.
I'm about to see if we got accepted.
He's afraid to open it. Do you want me to open it? No. Okay, he's opening it.
What it? Just that packet? Dear nursing student, it says, congratulations, you have been accepted to the Associate's Degree Nursing Program.
That congratulations right there is all you need to know.
Alright, all general education classes begin. Thank you, babe.
How does that make you feel?
Excited. Yeah, definitely excited so I can actually get my nursing degree done.
We're at my PCP appointment today. She worked us in. There's not really any pressing matters necessarily. We just needed a couple tests done that Dr. Afrin suggested before we see our appointment. And then I was going to ask about getting a custom wheelchair because my last one wasn't custom. We just ordered it online and kind of hoped we had the right measurements. And then I'm going to try ketotifen in a month after my appointment with Dr. Afrin, and we wanted to get the prescription now because it'll have to be compounded.
You want me to pick it up? That's what you need for your, this is what's
This
showing.
is 5 pounds of fat, y'all.
That's what you need. We can distribute it here, there, and everywhere. I got 5 pounds to give you.
That's kind of nasty. So after my PCP appointment, I was sent to get labs. The labs are for a vitamin C test because Dr. Afrin said that the subset of MCAS patients who lose weight, he's noticed that they have a vitamin C deficiency. So we're checking that just to see if that could be related to the weight loss. And then we're also testing an anti-IgE receptor because about a year ago we tested my, it was like urticaria panel 3. And anyways, that came back positive. So this is another one that goes with that. And so we're testing it.
We moved here a year ago though.
Okay.
But we still have our specialist in Minnesota, so, and he there's things he wants, so the doctors here have to order it so he can have it.
Mm-hmm.
And we go see him next month, so.
Okay.
Yesterday at the lab, can't even think. Yesterday at the lab, they had a blueberry or grape or some kind of fruity air freshener in the first room that they took me. I wasn't in there but 3 or 4 seconds before I told them I couldn't be in there because I knew it was going to cause a problem. And it was a little delayed once I finally got back out to the car. But yeah, it did cause a little bit of an issue. And I've kind of just been reactive ever since. It used to be where most of my reactions were instantaneous. But since the flare of 2015, that has not been the case. Everything kind of is delayed. This can be problematic because, you know, if you go to eat something or if you take a medication, you expect to be in the clear within 15 minutes. But that is not how it works anymore. My last med trial, no, maybe not the last one, but anyways, I tried aspirin therapy once, and I had tolerated NSAIDs my entire life. We thought that the aspirin therapy would be good to combat my really high prostaglandin D2 levels, and I had taken Motrin and aspirin and all kinds of NSAIDs before with no problems, so I was not expecting the NSAID therapy to go badly at all. We had a baby aspirin compounded. They didn't even put it in a capsule. They put it in parchment paper to avoid any cross-contamination from the ingredients that make up the capsule. And I tried that. I took 10 milligrams out of the 81, and I swear I would have died if I took even more than that. It was bad. And it wasn't immediate. It took 5 hours before all heck broke loose. What was funny is I was inpatient at the time, and I was trying to be discharged on the CDI. This was when I had been inpatient for 5 months consecutively. None of the home health companies wanted to take me on because they thought I was a liability since I'm brand specific with my medications and supplies, and the CDI is a weird treatment that they had never heard of. I don't even know if the study had been released yet at that time. The people affiliated with the home health company wanted to come up to the hospital, I guess, to put a face to a name before they 100% agreed to take me on. And of course, they chose the day after my NSAID therapy trial. The pharmacist and all the nurses on the floor were trying to hide me because I'm all swelled up, and I couldn't even sit up at the time because it had gotten me so flared. Every time I sat up, I would go into another full-blown fit. They managed to stall the people, and so it worked out. My point was that reactions are not immediate upon exposure every single time. I've got my fluids running, and I'm hibernating on the couch until further notice. I really wanted to try to make it to the store today because I have a friend who isn't doing well, and me and a couple other friends were going to make her a care package, and I was going to try to sew a pillowcase. It's going to turn out really cute, I think, if I can ever get... Of course, I just wanted to ride to the store, and my mom would go in, or someone else would go in and get the fabric that I wanted, but I'm not really feeling the greatest to even make the car ride at the moment. Hopefully the day goes better. It's only 11:44, so I've still got the rest of the day to see if things improve or not. I've just had breathing issues and a lot of my GI issues, which is normal for me, I guess. And pancreatitis again. I've never seen anybody get pancreatitis as often as I do. The mast cells just hit there for me for some reason. Well, anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and to subscribe.